Good morning. It's Brian up here in Kingfield, Maine. Happy Sunday morning, April 20-something. I can't remember now. I'm off. When I'm off, I don't pay much attention to what day of the week it is, but it is a Sunday morning. I'm kind of doing this quietly because my wife's still asleep. Showing something this morning that I just finished up. This is a 1947 Harmony Melody Ranch parlor guitar. Back in the late 30s, early 40s. Took a break during World War II, and then he came back to it. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy back then, had a show on the radio called the Melody Ranch. And Sears, or one of the department stores, I'm thinking it's probably Sears, marketed these Melody Ranch parlor acoustic guitars in honor of the radio country show. He went off and served in World War II and then came back after a 2 or 3 year hiatus, and they resurrected it again. So this is a just post-World War II era one. I did one recently that was a 43, and one of the ways you could tell the difference there is the tuners during the wartime ones were stamped, whereas this one has screwed-in tuners. I think they're original. The holes all lined up when I took them off, so there were no additional screw holes. But anyway, that's just trivia. This is a really cool little guitar. They're a lot like the old Supertone Harmonies. It's a solid spruce top, birch back and sides, a poplar neck with a great big V shape that originally had no truss rod, but we'll get to that here in a minute. This one was in rough shape when I got it, but I really like these because of the spruce tops. This top is, 77 years old of aging and playing, and they're pretty neat. Now, these came ladder braced originally. So it was, kind of a toy entry-level guitar, especially just it was marketed kind of as this, singing cowboy toy, kind of probably an entry-level kid's guitar. But, you put all that aging now on this top wood and this great big, awesome, beefy neck, and all of a sudden you got something that is sort of a, it's a vintage vibe. Now, it's not, a Gibson L00 from the 30s, but I'm going to do a comparison play here in a minute so we can kind of listen to what they sound like. This is obviously bigger. You can see the lower bout size. But now that I have done an X-Brace conversion on it, they're kind of similar. I take all of the... I'll back up. Take the back off. Take all the braces out of the inside. I'll thin the top down from the inside down to about 0.105 inches thick. And then this has now been X-Brace converted with an X frame that's about an inch back from the sound hole, so it's somewhat forward shifted, but on a small body like this, that's not really a big issue. So the X bracing is placed in there, 1/4 inch scalloped, tapered, got a hard rock maple bridge plate, a single tone bar down here, single finger brace up the side, transverse bass across the top. All of that's been replaced. So now you've got an X-Brace guitar just like with an L00. Aged top wood. Very nice flat top now, no bellying. Other repairs on this one. This was in rough shape. Someone had attempted a neck reset, and they had done the bang on it with a hammer method, which usually results in a crack along the side and a broken neck block. And yep, that's what it had. Also had the neck heel itself was broken off. You can see there's a little line right there where that's been repaired. So it's almost, when I see these online for sale and I see a crack right along here, I know what I'm getting into. And so the neck block, when I had the back all off, the neck block has been completely bolted and glued and reinforced. Top cracks along the edge of the fretboard extension, which was a result of that neck block breaking without getting everything out, are all cleaned up, and on the underside, they're reinforced with spruce, so that's all been redone. The side crack is glued and cleated, and actually it's held very nicely by the kerf linings in there, so when I put it all back together, I glued that all up tight. It has been oversprayed to take care of all of this damage, so you can see where that neck heel repair has been repainted and oversprayed, as well as the top. And if you see it in enough light, and it's hard to tell in here this morning, but in my pictures on the listing, you can see it. The overspray shows through a bit here where I had to do a lot of repair work along the edges. It's kind of a cool effect. It's kind of reddish looking almost. It gives it a really kind of a vintage vibe, kind of relict. Other flaws, I've got a little bit of overspray right there along the edge that did not blend in as well as I'd hoped it would, but All in all, very nice playing guitar. Adding to this, brand new bridge, rosewood, brand new rosewood fretboard, all new frets, and I routed in a two-way adjustable truss rod, which has sound hole access. It's adjustable with a 4mm Allen wrench. So this thing has basically all the modern accoutrements you'd be looking for in a guitar, but with the vintage vibe of that cool old cowboy stencil and 77 years of top aging. So let's see how it sounds. Inch and 11/16 nut with 2 1/8 inch string spacing. See if I can splice this together now to compare these two. Anyway, Sunday morning, rough fingers, but do my best. 1947, Harmony, Melody Ranch, solid spruce top, birch back and sides, extensive restoration work done to include X-brace conversion, new bridge, maple bridge plate, fretboard, new gold frets, truss rod installed, neck block repair, crack repair, neck heel repair, etc. So very affordable, great way to own a vintage vibe, kind of cool collection conversation piece that's a hell of a player, and has all this modern accoutrements that ought to keep this thing going for a while. So, hey, thanks for watching. See ya.